Evening, how you doing? It's Andy Cunningham, Syngenta Traillist. You find me at the Doncaster Ryegrass focus site on a glorious 13th of May. And it is glorious, it's proper barbecue weather, but no, I won't be able to barbecue. I thought I'd take you on a bit of a trials tour around the site since it's been a while since I did an update. Things have moved on since probably the beginning part of the year when I last did one. Yeah, and since I cut the site today, I thought I'd show you around since it actually looks quite tidy today. So yeah, things that I'll probably show you are the pre and post herbicide stack. That's still looking good. You can see the best treatment standing out by far. Hybrid barley looks really good on site compared to conventional barley and also winter wheat. And we've got some spring barley in. It has struggled with that lack of rain. It was drilled back end of February and just never really got going because of that lack of moisture that we had on site. But we got 27 mil of rain last week, which has sparked it into life. So hopefully when you come to the open day on the 4th of June, you'll be able to see a spring crop, well, worthy of being called a crop, basically. So let me take you on a tour, and then hopefully I can talk to you about the sort of things that you might find of interest. All right. Right then, so this is that pre-emergence and early post-emergence herbicide stacking trial I was talking about, and there's actually no crop in here at all. It's just ryegrass. So you can see the sort of levels that we're dealing with on this site. And as you can see, there are different levels of control within them plots. So I'll just quickly take you through some of them. This one in particular is quite interesting. This one was sprayed with Liberator at 0.6 litres per hectare and then sprayed off with glyphosate 8 weeks after application. And it's basically designed to see how much more ryegrass would germinate. Obviously looking at spring germination, but how long that residual herbicide lasts. Now, you can see that if you had sprayed Liberator, you would have got this level of ryegrass. It didn't work overly well at this site, but then once burnt off on the 3rd of December, you can see there's only 5 plants per metre squared that has re-germinated after that. So yeah, that just shows you that majority of ryegrass will germinate in the autumn. The best treatment by far is this one, and that is Liberator at 0.6 together with Defy at 5 litres, and you can just see the level of ryegrass is significantly reduced. Now, this over here are then treatments but with a crop within it, and you can see that if we look at the untreated and the winter wheat, you can see the level of ryegrass that we got in there, hopefully. Now, as I go along, so that one's a pre-emergence. This plot has had pre-emergence and post-emergence. This one here had Broadway Star and Axial in the autumn. This plot here had Broadway Star in the spring. Actually not much control of ryegrass in them. And then Axial was sprayed over this half, which does look slightly better, which is good. Now, what I wanted to show you was we come into conventional barley here, and in the untreated you can still see that the ryegrass is poking its head above the crop. So the ryegrass is still able to go through its growth stages. Now, if we go to hybrid barley, which is Bazooka, drilled at 200 Cs per metre squared, you can see that the levels of ryegrass above that crop is dropped significantly, and that's just from the hybrid vigour of the hybrid barley. And you can see now, if we look down there, you can't see you can't see any ryegrass coming through that top canopy of that hybrid barley. Now, as we move around, this is the spring barley I was talking about. In fact, there is actually spring wheat in here as well. And you can see how it really needs to get going. but this time last year it's only been in 2 weeks, so it's got a head start on what the crop's going to look like from last year. So what we have here, we're looking at winter wheat and spring barley side by side, same seed rate, but we're just looking at which crop is more competitive. There we're looking at 200 seeds per metre squared with spring wheat and spring barley, and then round here we're looking at, it goes up to 300 seeds per metre squared and then up to 400 at that back end. And what I'm doing, hopefully you can see somewhere, I've got these light loggers in, and hopefully that's going to capture just how competitive each crop is. There we go. Now, some of you that turned up to the open day in March and also may have seen my last video, this is the direction of drilling trial. Now, it also is a comparison with crops, because we've got winter wheat, hybrid barley and conventional barley, and there again you can just see how much more growth we've got on that hybrid barley in comparison with the other two. And likewise there is a load of ryegrass in there. So this one was drilled east to west, theory being that the crop is more competitive when it's drilled east to west because it shades out the interrow. Now, I've just took the light loggers out yesterday to download the data, so I will tell you on the open day on the 4th of June whether or not there was anything in it regards to crop competition, and if there was, this is something I'll probably trial next year on a larger scale to actually see if we get more control of the ryegrass, because where it's at now there's just the pressure of ryegrass. You can see there in that winter crop, winter wheat crop there, the pressure of ryegrass in them plots is obscene. So as we move along, these are the same plots but drilled north to south. You can see conventional barley, it's looking quite good. But that hybrid barley, the vigour is just taken over there, look, isn't it? And then winter wheat, it really is struggling to be a crop that can suppress ryegrass. Now as we move along, this is a contact herbicide section, a bit similar to that pre-emergence and post-emergence trial I got down there. There's no crop in there at all, it's just ryegrass. No pre-emergence at all, so you're going to be expecting decent levels of ryegrass, if that's what you want to call it. So these were sprayed in the autumn and basically did Broadway Star, Axial and Broadway Star Plus Axial in the autumn. So you can see untreated, that one's Broadway Star, no control at all. Slight suppression with the Axial, and then that plot is actually very similar to that one. That's basically because Broadway Star's not bringing anything to the game there at all. Now, flip to the right, we've got them treatments applied in the spring. Now, I kind of altered it a little bit. I didn't do Broadway Star plus Axial. I changed it and I did Monolith, Hamlet, Axial and Broadway Star on their own. So we'll start up at the top. This here is the untreated. Loads of ryegrass, as you can see, and you are going to expect to see loads of ryegrass because there's been no pre-emergence on there at all. It's just seeing what the contact herbicides are doing. Broadway Star, no control at all. It is struggling on this side completely. Come back down, you can see that the ryegrass has been suppressed with the use of Axial at that 0.82 litre rate for Axial Pro. And then comparably, very similar control with Monolith, 0.33 kilograms per hectare, and then finally Hamlet at 0.5 litres per hectare. So you're getting very similar control with Axial, Hamlet and Monolith. The only difference is you can't spray Monolith or hamlet on a barley crop, just so you know. Right then, so hope you enjoyed that little trials tour, hope you found some things of interest to you, and if you want to come down on the 4th of June, it would be great to see you down here. We'll have bacon sandwiches for you, there'll be coffee, we're even having a toilet, and we will have a load of experts here to be able to talk to you about ryegrass and all the issues that you'll have. So, like I say, hope you're having a barbecue tonight, because it seems like a waste if you don't, and I will see you soon. Thanks very much, cheers, bye.